This could be the biggest shift Samsung has made in years, and honestly, it might change how you choose your next phone forever. Because a massive new leak just dropped about the Galaxy S27 lineup. And once you understand what Samsung is doing here, you start to question everything. We're not just talking about new specs. This is a strategy shift. And yeah, it's kinda genius, but also a little dangerous. So here's what the leak is showing. Samsung might be splitting the Ultra. Not later, not in the future, but right now. Instead of one top-tier phone, we could be getting two. The Galaxy S27 Ultra and a brand new Galaxy S27 Pro. At first glance, that sounds great, right? More options, more flexibility. But look closer, because this is where it gets weird. The S27 Pro isn't some watered-down version. It's basically the Ultra. Same performance, same premium feel, very similar cameras, but without the S Pen. And that raises a serious question. If you remove the S Pen, what actually makes the Ultra Ultra anymore? Because for years, that pen was the identity. Now, imagine this. All that space freed up inside the phone. It doesn't just disappear. It could mean a bigger battery, better cooling, maybe even new hardware advantages. And suddenly, the cheaper S27 Pro might actually feel like the smarter phone to buy. Now, here's where things get deeper. This strategy feels very familiar because it's almost exactly what Apple has been doing for years. Different tiers, carefully spaced pricing, guiding you toward a decision without you even realizing it. And Samsung might be doing the same thing here. The Pro will likely sit just below the Ultra in price, close enough to feel like a better deal, but expensive enough to push you higher than you planned. And most people won't even notice it happening. But here's the real problem. Cameras, because this is where everything can fall apart. The S27 Ultra is expected to get a major upgrade, a larger 200-megapixel sensor, better HDR, real improvements. But what about the Pro? If it gets the same camera, then why buy the Ultra? If it doesn't, then the Pro instantly feels like a downgrade. There's no perfect balance here. That's the trap. And it doesn't stop there. Zoom. Samsung's 5x periscope zoom isn't just a feature anymore. It's part of the identity. Take that away from the Pro and people will notice immediately. So now, Samsung is stuck. Make the Pro strong enough to attract buyers, but not strong enough to kill the Ultra. And those two goals don't really work together. Now add another twist. The S Pen itself might be on its way out. Why? Because Samsung wants to push something else. Magnetic wireless charging, snap-on accessories, perfect alignment, a system similar to MagSafe. But the S Pen physically gets in the way of that. So now it's a trade-off. Keep the pen or move forward. And if the S27 Pro succeeds without it, that sends a very clear message. People don't care anymore. And if that happens, the Ultra as we know it starts to lose its purpose. Meanwhile, Samsung is also pushing insane performance, next-gen chips, more power, more efficiency. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Your phone is already fast enough. Apps open instantly, games run smoothly, everything just works. So now the question isn't, is this better? It's, why does this even matter anymore? And right in the middle of all this, Samsung is also replacing its own Messages app with Google Messages. Better on paper, sure, but it shows something bigger. Samsung is slowly handing parts of its ecosystem over to Google, piece by piece. And when you step back, you start to see the full picture. This isn't random. This is Samsung testing what you actually care about and what they can quietly remove. So here's the real question. If the S27 Pro gives you almost everything and the Ultra loses what made it special, did you actually choose your phone or did Samsung design the choice for you? That's what I want to know from you. Would you buy the S27 Pro if it drops the S Pen but keeps everything else? Or is the Ultra still the only real flagship in your eyes? Drop your answer in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where you stand on this.
And if you want more deep breakdowns like this, hit subscribe because this S27 story, it's just getting started.